Hey guys, this is Sam Escovich from Ars Technica, and this over here is a rec room. It's a multiplayer game that's made up of a bunch of smaller games, some paintball, some pickup basketball, table tennis, wall ball, a bunch of random little games. But we're talking about it today not because it was in our 2016 Best Of list for VR, and it was, but because we're talking about harassment in VR. What kind of stuff happens, and how do you as a player deal with it? So I'm going to try to kick up a bit of a virtual hornet's nest, with people's consent, just to show how the game works in terms of dealing with other random players. So let's dive in. You can see me looking at myself in virtual reality. I've made myself a redhead already, and I've got my hands here. I'm in sort of a personal lobby space. In fact, people are going to be able to hear me once I'm in the game. A lot of the game is driven with this sort of interface here. I don't know if you can see it, depending on the view, that I have a watch that turns into a sort of menu, and it lets me do things like enabling ghost mode. That is kind of the first thing to do if you just do not want anybody to bother you. I can also choose specific activities. I've got daily challenges. You know, there's some random game stuff. I'm all by myself, however, and if I want to see other people in this virtual space, I can teleport to this door here.
My parents, like, I kind of convinced my parents to let me get it even more.
I have just gotten the shirt, correct.
Wait, with my other hand.
With my phone.
Now, other people can hear me talking, so we're going to wander around after opening all these silly gifts. It's so loud in here. There are a lot of virtual people in here, including this guy.
Hello,
Hey, Doug.
person's dad.
Hi, Doug. How's it going?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm doing just fine. I'm actually with Ars Technica. We're a VR game review site, and I'm kind of showing off to people with a stream how the system works when they're new to VR and kind of dealing with harassment. See, and Doug isn't interested in that at all.
I'm back.
Well, Doug, I was going to ask if you could help me sort of test a thing out, but it requires getting into your personal space. How do you feel about that?
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so I'm going to show people what happens if I try to harass you. First, I'm going to put my hands in your face. Do you see my hands right up in your face?
No, I don't.
Okay, so it's automatically blocking that. Now, let me try to do something a little more inappropriate. Yeah. See, now, you can see right here, based on his distance to me, I can kind of see his dancing motion and kind of see his...
Be my friend. Be my friend. You want to be my friend? Hey, you want to be my friend? Hey,
that sort of thing.
You want to be my friend here? I can't.
Boom. Now I've entered what's known as ghost mode. Now you'll see in my personal space after these guys, I can kind of hear them, but I've now ghosted them out. It's sort of a default, oh god, lots of weird stuff is happening, what do I do in the scene kind of thing. Let's see what it says here. How close can other people's teleport to you? I can make that smaller. Tracking mode, swipe rotate angle, grip rotate angle. So, we are back in our own safe space in the dorm room. It was immediately difficult for me to go in and mute a specific person, that guy who's just going on about be my friend, be my friend. It was pretty awkward. And the only thing I could really do was go in here and just turn on a ghost mode. Now, if we go over here, we get some more specific granular instructions. Feeling crowded? Hold for 2 seconds. This guy right here, the game as it's supposed to normally work is the kind where I pick up a basketball, for example, swip over there, and shoot. Shoot badly, though. In the meantime, otherwise, I could customize myself and give myself hats and glasses and things like that. If I really want, I could put on a bow tie. I'll put on the bow tie, why not? There. Now I'm adorable. You've got other people to play basketball with or table tennis with, or eventually go into the lobbies and pick out other kinds of games, such as paintball or shield soccer, these sorts of extra games.
What's up? Yeah. I want some. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's triple. Triple slap.
Okay, we'll go upstairs to the loft. Looks like we could actually play some beer pong if we want to. That guy's just throwing trophies at me.
Okay. Yeah, I just went back out and then I'm in a completely different instance.
So that's sort of the crapshoot that is diddling around in a virtual reality space where people can get their hands kind of up in you and not. And that's only Rec Room's solution. There's probably going to be a lot of other ways that people think about how harassment works in virtual space. And I think it's going to be essentially what people are allowed and not allowed to do, and the kind of kooky things they get up to within that framework. And I also think the less stuff that you can do to keep busy in a virtual space, the more kind of hijinks and inappropriate behavior you're going to see in virtual spaces. Rec Room tries to give people a lot to do, and they still yell at each other, put hands in crotch areas, surround each other. I felt very awkward for a moment there with just a couple of virtual people standing near me, shouting, "You want to be my friend?" over and over. Creepiness takes on a lot of forms, and virtual reality is going to let people explore creepy behavior. And it's early access. It's not finished. It's free. And developers are talking about more and more the ways they can refine and fine-tune this specific experience. Interesting, weird stuff. I feel a little dirty, so I think I'm going to go maybe play something else that's a little less socially intense. Anyway, this is Sam from Ars Technica, signing off, keeping his hands right here.